Metastatic breast cancer. Hearing your diagnosis can feel life-shattering, but your diagnosis does not control you. Your life is still yours, and you can decide how you want to live. Taking charge of your bone health today is a key way to help you live well with mBC.
I went for a routine mammogram, and the radiologist that day was very concerned with what he saw. And sure enough, when the biopsy results came back a couple of weeks later again, it was positive for lobular breast cancer.
More than 7 out of 10 women with advanced breast cancer will have bone metastases. If your cancer spreads to your bones, it will most likely show up in your ribs, spine, or hip, or another site like your arm or leg bone or your skull. For many women, pain is the first symptom of bone mets. For others, a fracture will be the first sign something is wrong.
I was making dinner for my husband and I spilt some water and pasta on the floor and I slipped. And as I went to put the weight back on my leg, I screamed, of course. Little did I know when I was rushed to hospital that they would find a large tumour on my pelvis. Within a few days at the hospital, they realised that I had metastasized cancer in my bones and in my lungs.
Diagnosing bone mets may mean a simple bone scan for some, or an X-ray, MRI, or CT scan for others.
The bone scan that she scheduled didn't show anything. That was very positive. But the CT scan showed innumerable osteoblastic bone mets in my spine. So I had an MRI just to be the definitive scan, and also to scan my liver as well and make sure that it hadn't spread as well to there. And it hadn't, but yes, innumerable osteoblastic bone mets in my vertebrae in my spine and as well in my pelvis.
How bone mets are managed may vary.
A trauma team came in and reconstructed my acetabulum, that's the cup in the pelvis that holds the leg, and gave me a hip replacement because my hip had also fractured as well.
Having bone mets may make you think you're fragile, but there are things you can do to feel strong again.
After I came out of hospital, I spent 6 months in physiotherapy and encouraged to swim, as running and hiking and even biking and skiing was all taken away from me. They put me on a hormone inhibitor as my cancer was hormone receptor positive, and they started me on a series of injections that I now give myself once every 4 weeks called denosumab.
You can also talk to your doctor about pain management options, and there are lifestyle changes you can make on your own as well.
She also at that time told me that if I was interested in doing something for myself that I could control, I could certainly stand to lose some weight. She was completely supportive of me doing this for myself. She also told me at that time that statistically I had 3 to 5 years to live. So I thought I have nothing to lose by really throwing myself into researching what I can do to help myself and really paying attention to what I ate, to how much I ate, and to how active I was. So I started walking. The last couple of years as well, our little town here has a very supportive and dedicated pool staff in our little swimming pool, and they've started a really well-received aquasize program. So I've been doing that.
I still walk with a cane. I need that as both a visual for other people around me, as well as when I start to get tired. It's a crutch basically that hopefully will stop me from falling and fracturing more bones. For me now, it's all about finding balance. I go for short walks or a swim. I do a little bit of work. I'm a therapeutic tutor for children with learning disabilities, so I work with only 3 or 4 children rather than the 12 to 16 I used to do.
Whatever you're able to do for yourself today can help you feel stronger tomorrow.
I follow a low glycemic diet, no sugar, no white flour, no white rice. I don't eat any soy because I am estrogen positive. And I found that that's been the diet that's worked the best for me. Just had my 60th birthday, so I'm past the 5 years that that statistically I might not have gotten to, and I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Although there is not yet a cure for bone metastases, there are therapeutic options that can help you manage from one day to the next. They may even improve your quality of life, letting you get the most out of each day.
It's really important to accept where you're at, to make the most of the information that you have at the time, and yesterday is just yesterday. It's the history, and tomorrow is another day. The prognosis for me was approximately 3 years. It'll be 3 years in September 2017, so I'm still going strong.
Being diagnosed with bone metastases may change the way you see your life, but it doesn't mean you have to stop living it. Even in the face of bone mets, you are far from fragile. Visit cbcn.ca/bonehealth to learn more.